Hey guys, welcome to Unmodded Gaming. I'm the Unmodded Gamer, and last week you have seen that we added new foundations and that we built some new cells. Now what I will do today is I'll first hook these cells up to the water and electricity if that is necessary. I don't know really. Why is Malone injured? What did he do? Escape attempt, that's his misconduct, okay. Well, anyway, we'll just go to utilities then, and we can add some water pipes, and like that, and then I'll try and get a doctor to his cell, because I don't want him to be injured all the time. Wait a minute. There's already a doctor going there, okay. So never mind then. So I'll just open the door for him. It'll make it easier for both the doctor as well as the guards. Okay, so that's good. Let me just see his grading real quick. -5 on health. 2% of stay with untreated injuries. There are 2 penalties and 4 penalties. Has an active addiction. Almost 50% chance that he's going to reoffend. He has failed a parole hearing, and he's in here for possession. Right, it doesn't say it's addicted here, it just says he is strong. Okay, so now we got an hour of work/free time. And now an hour of work/lockup. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll add some jail doors, and I'll turn these into cells. And what I'm going to do next is I'll build some folsom lights so that my workers can actually see what they're doing. And then I'll add some walls. So I'm not really talking much while I'm doing this, and I know, but I kind of need to concentrate, because I don't want to mess things up. Okay, that is that for the walls, and we'll just wait for them to finish those walls before I add some objects. And we got another escape attempt. 2 escape attempts. Sorry. Okay. Well, that was dealt with quickly. Oh no, another escape attempt. Can you guys please stop trying to escape? I'm trying to run a prison here. And that does not work very well when every one of you escapes. Let me just add some down here, some toilets. Yeah, I think I'll do it this way. And then I'll also put in a few beds like this. And I'll get some electricity. Going like this. Now I don't know if you guys can tell, but all the green things here, anything that has a green color apart from the appliances and the electric cables, like this for example, that shows where you can put things like lamps or lights, I should say, that don't require a connection to the actual. Wow, I couldn't speak right there. But anyway, that shows all the things that get electricity and that don't have to be connected to the electricity wires. And it kind of shows the range of how far they can make the smaller wires, I guess. I'm not really sure. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but I think this is the best way to do it. Well, anyway, let me just go ahead and put in some more stuff so that we can actually use these rooms as cells. And we need beds. And I know this is expensive. Wow, we are already in debt. I didn't even notice that. Didn't think it would be this expensive though. Alright, now we just have to wait for them to finish installing everything. And in the meantime we can keep an eye out on my prisoners. And let me just have a look at the programs. There's one person in queue for a parole hearing, so let me just start that up again. Workshop safety induction. There are 3 people interested in that. Kitchen safety and hygiene. 5 people interested. I like that. So I can also go ahead and start that up. Carpentry apprenticeship. There's nobody. Workshop safety. Like I said, I'm not going to do that yet. Not for 3 people anyway. And spiritual guidance. Also 5 people. And I think I'll start that up as well. So let me just see who gets to go to the parole hearing. Newell, who was in here for 4 years for violent disorder. Let me just see, 4% reoffending rate, which I think is good. And what else do we have here? Spiritual guidance. Let's see who goes to that. Creaser, Malone, and Doyle. Well, that aren't an awful lot of people. And there are still 2 people in queue. Maybe my chapel is too small. And let me just see, kitchen safety and hygiene. That are Fletcher, someone I can't see in the chapel, and Crease. So Crease wants to do 2 things. Both kitchen safety and hygiene and spiritual guidance. But let me just see. That is Gordon, who is in here for 3 years for joyriding. And who is addicted to alcohol. He has a 55-year-old mother, a 66-year-old father, and he is 37. And he has been a naughty boy. He has been in for vandalism, drunk, disorderly behavior, dangerous driving, robbery, aggravated vehicle theft. And that's it. He has served all of those sentences, but in total he has been imprisoned for 13 years or something. That's pretty long. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll do something with the yard later on, because it's kind of easy for them to escape when they climb the fence, like you have seen. And we're 10,000 in the negatives with our money, and we're losing $127 an hour. So that's not very good. But we will work on that later. And let's see, what's this Polaroid? Has somebody died in there? Okay. And what's that? Oh, just a medical bed. The IV bag, I think. It kind of looked like a Polaroid from the distance. I don't know why. But anyway, they have just started with that. But I think that when it gets night, I'll turn the speed up and they'll be finished rather quickly. I'm surprised, by the way, that there are still prisoners in the canteen, because most prisoners are tired by now. Okay. And there's even someone in the chapel. This time it's Creaser. Doyle and Gordon are in there too. Okay. And Nightingale was in the common room. Right. Well, anyway, it's lockup time, so I think it's safe to increase the game speed. And let me just see utilities. Here you can see it pretty well. They have not completed this section yet, so you can see that the green stops and now it's complete because they have finished the electric line or the electric wire. So now that light is connected to the electricity. Okay, so it looks pretty neat. Let me now just go to utilities again, and I'll add some water pipes. And I'll then connect all those toilets up, which again is a bit of a precise work, so I don't speak much. You can eat my feet. Alright, so now that's been done. I think I'll go ahead and put in some jail doors so it can be proper cells. And it's getting light again, which means that I'm gonna keep a close eye on the time. Like that, and it isn't even 7 AM yet. I have to say, those workmen are not very efficient. Or convenient. Well, not really efficient, because they first build the wall, then they connect the toilets up. Or not really the wall, but the door. So now my guards have to walk up and down between this part of my prison and this right here. Now that I think about it, I'll go ahead and delete this, and then I'll add a pathway or a patrol in here with another guard. And then I'll go to rooms and I'm going to add some more cells. Because maybe we can then get enough cells so we can get our grant paid out. This looks nice. Let's see, I have 6 prisoner guards available to do things. out of the 15 total. And I'll also go ahead and deploy a guard in the parole room, because we're going to have a parole hearing soon. And in the meantime, there are 2 prisoners up for parole. Oh, there's already a parole hearing going on, so I'm just in time of that. Or a little too late actually, but it isn't over yet, so he hasn't heard bad news. Which also means that he hasn't attacked the parole officer and lawyers yet. And since we got our grant paid out, we are now 2,000 in the plus. We are losing $53 an hour, but that's okay. We'll get it back. Let me just see. Yep, he passed. He's released. That means that I will soon get $2,000 paid for the early release of a prisoner. And here's the spiritual guidance. That is coming to give thing. And I notice here is a notebook page. Again, I can't read it. And let me just see who else is up for parole. Let me just go to grants. Let me add another parole hearing, and that is for Doyle. Nope, for Malone. Hasn't he been up for parole once before? Yes. And now he tries again. But anyways guys, I think I'll end it here. So I'm gonna say, thanks for watching, and stay unmodded.